Welcome home residents, it's your Mayor Alistair back once again with some more prehistoric goodness. One of the biggest sporting events in the world has just happened. That's right, the Great British Annual Snail Racing Championship. One of the most epic and action-packed sporting events. But apparently it's not that. Sorry guys, it's something called the Super Bowl. Never heard of that one. But apparently there was a new Jurassic World Rebirth trailer that played, giving us some new images and, in my opinion, better represents what the film is going to feel like come July 2nd. So let's not waste any time, let's break it down. This new trailer, if you want to call it that, mostly consists of just rearranged shots from that first trailer, but it does give off a new vibe. And there are some new shots in it, one being another look at Zora Bennett during her meeting with Duncan Kincaid when trying to recruit him for her mission to the island. Nothing really new here, apart from Scarlett Johansson looking fine as ever. Next shot is weird because whilst it looks the same as this shot from the initial trailer, you'll see that the beer can branding has been wiped from the scene. This is probably just to make sure there's no alcohol promotion since the Super Bowl started pretty early, which means they have to make it family friendly, which apparently means removing labels from beer cans. Hope it wins the Best VFX Oscar just for this. Next up we have another shot of Zora Bennett, and this is similar to the one we got before with her shooting whilst crouch walking through the underground tunnels, which look either like a sewer system or the ventilation shaft underneath a walkway. This is probably the shot before she spots something dangerous coming her way and she starts to open fire on it. This makes me think though, when was the last time a main character shot and killed a dinosaur in this franchise? Typically the dinosaurs are viewed as somewhat sympathetic, which makes me think it has to be another smaller mutant, which would mean that this big guy isn't the only one in the film. Which would make sense, ever since that first trailer, when he says the worst of the worst was left here, I think they deliberately edited it to not include a bunch of mutants that might actually appear in the film. It's also worth mentioning that this shot of the Spinosaurus lunging out of the water has been extended, which gives you a better look at that design. And yeah, it's still going to take more than this to convince me that this is a worthy successor to the JP3 Spino. The head shape just looks wrong, and the short neck goes against everything we know about this animal. But in all fairness, these are the failures, the ones that weren't viable for the park. You can even see some slight mutations in their jaw, with teeth growing out of the side of their mouth. So these specimens are clearly not finalized, so I can forgive it a little based on that. I'm hoping my mind changes when I see them out of the water and I get a good, proper look at these designs. So those are 3 new shots. It's nothing really exciting, but I'd like to talk about how this trailer just feels better overall. If you've watched it, you'll know that they've removed some of the quips and jokes from the trailer, which, at least in my opinion, gives the preview a much more consistent tone that better represents the atmosphere of the final film. Of course, the film will still have jokes, which is fine. The original Jurassic Park has plenty of them.
See, here I am now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos there.
But the trailer had like 3 jokes edited into a 2-minute trailer, which was kind of overwhelming and clashed with some of the more tense and atmospheric visuals. It directly contradicted Frank Marshall's statements about them making it more of a horror film, since when we watched the trailer, it was constantly trying to make us chuckle. But in the Super Bowl trailer, they cut back on all that, focused more on the setting and showed us some of the creepy visuals, and that there will still be plenty of action and more than enough dinosaur carnage to make fans happy. It immediately felt better without Scarlett Johansson's line, "None of what you said was good," which I don't really like the delivery of. I think if she did it like Malcolm said this,
Mommy's very angry,
it would be much better and less over-the-top cheesy. The film will feel a lot more balanced than the original trailer, since the jokes are evenly spaced out. Like, I'm sure if you edited all the jokes in Jurassic Park together, it might give the impression there's no horror element in that either. But the Super Bowl trailer, I think, does a better job portraying the tone of the film and what you're going to see in summer. So whilst most of the footage is the same as that first trailer, they still managed to give us something different, and in my opinion, was better. But what do you think of it? Do you like the look of the film? If you don't, what is it that you dislike? Let us know in the comment section down below. We have a lot more Jurassic content to come, so subscribe and stomp the notification button to keep up to date with all the dinos. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you, residents, in the next one.